considering Blair is a Philly native. And I want to, take that right there and just transition you to something else because we were on a live the other day and we spoke a little bit, but I know there was a lot of people in there. And, there was a question I wanted to ask you. We touched on it a bit. So to expound, Blair on the interview that I did with him on No Holds Barred 2, he brought up his, experience with Boots and wanting to fight Boots. And maybe he was selling it, maybe he was serious. But at 147, it's not a question whether or not they can fight. They're in the same division. Like I was asking you that day, we haven't seen Boots get the name that he deserves, right? We want to see
Hmm.
Boots elevate, take that next step. He's going to need a name, a dance partner. If he's not getting a championship fight, what's bigger than Philly versus Philly at the Wells Fargo at 147? Boots versus Blair or Blair versus Boots?
I mean, Blair is from Philly, but Blair is not from Philly. Like Blair don't look like he's from Philly. You know what I mean? So
Hold
it
on, what
would
that means? What does that mean, Greg?
no.
What does
What I'm
not
saying,
look like he from Philly mean?
Blair look like he from like from somewhere else. He don't look like he from Philly. You know what I'm saying? So Blair don't really have the following out here that Boots has. You know what I mean? So it wouldn't feel like a Philly versus. It wouldn't feel like Philly versus Philly. You know what I mean? So the fight would be a good fight though, boxing wise. I don't know how hype people would be about it, but boxing wise, that's a good fight. But I think if you saw when Blair fought Broner, Blair was wearing down a little bit. He wouldn't be able to do that with Boots.
You think he would have to stay? I mean, obviously, you're saying he'd have to stay sharp the whole time because any
Yeah,
mistake, Boots could catch him.
yeah, you guys got to stay on this shit all night. Um, and he got to really be making Boots respect him. If Boots not respecting him, then it's gonna be hell for him. That's just being honest about the fight.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I mean, what would you like to see? You've obviously, you're around Boots, you've worked with Boots. What would you like to see for Boots? Because we all want to see him get that opportunity. And, it doesn't seem likely that he'll get Crawford. So, and we could talk about that in a second because definitely have a question about that. But, like, what would you want to see for Boots? What's next? Because he's fighting a mandatory who he's beat before, right? Because he has to. He's keeping
Yeah,
the strap. So it looks like 147 is the plan.
yeah.
Who's next?
I mean, if I could pick, it would be like Brian Castano. Brian Castano is respected at 54. Um, he's sturdy. And I mean, he gave Jamel some good runs. I think that'd be a good fight for him. I think a Virgil. I think Jamel. I think Crawford. I think Madrimov. I think the guy Bakram. Bakram is a good one. It's a bunch of them.
So you favor Boots at 154? Like you would rather see him go up?
Yeah, I don't think about Boots at 47 because at 47, nobody want to give they all really at 47. Nobody really want to go after him at 47. So 54 is where he gonna really make his name, like really put it in stone. His name is already solid, but he gonna put it in stone at 54.
Now, obviously all those folks you mentioned, we like to see him in a fight with. I think the one that most people, right, would call for is Crawford, right? Boots Crawford has been like the topic, right? So
Yeah.
my question for you is like, do you fault or not like Bud's decision around that fight? We
No,
got you
I
upside down. We got you upside down, Greg. There you go.
no, I understand it. I can't be. I could listen. Do I want to see that fight? Hell yeah, I want to see that fight, right? But I understand Bud's point of view only because I know how boxing don't care about you. Boxing really don't care. In the next 5 years, we're going to be talking about a list of other guys. You know what I'm saying? Look at Tim Zoo, and now look at Tim Zoo. You know what I'm saying? So the truth is, I'm not mad at it, but I understand. But would I love to see the fight? Yeah, I would love to see the fight.
Yeah, I think we all would for sure. Let's talk about it. I mean, it's fantasy right now. It doesn't seem like we just talked about Bud is too inclined to make that fight happen. But if it were to happen, and obviously I know you're a Philly guy, so you're gonna favor Boots. But tell us why though. Tell us how Boots wins that fight.
I mean, you talking about two of the best. You talking about two of the best, right? And you talking about they both got qualities that you need to be a great fighter, and they have multiple qualities that you need to be a great fighter, right? Um, the only real difference is one of them is 10 years older than the other. You know what I'm saying? 9 or 10 years. So that's the part that's going to be the main thing. Will Bud feel like it in certain spots? I feel like Boots, where Boots will be working, Bud will sometimes be on defense. Sometimes he'll fire back, but it won't be enough to get a win. I think they fight the first time Boots by decision, and the second time he stopped Crawford.
Man, that'll be a hell of a fight to see. That'd definitely be a hell of a fight to see. But we'll have to see what happens with it, right?